What's going on, you guys? You are now tuned in to 10 Toes Down, and this is your girl, Goddess Kia. I'm here with my co-host and a very special guest.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy King Haas. Right now, we going down to Georgia with it.
We going down to
Introduce
Georgia.
yourself, girls.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mimi.
I'm Anai.
Yo, it's Keena, and we're the MAKO Girls.
See, I love them already.
Thank you.
I love it. Oh, man.
First of all, how y'all loving the city so far? I know y'all just got up here today, right?
Yesterday.
Last night, like
Yeah.
at like 11 p.m. We just been literally all I can say. We haven't explored the city yet.
Yeah.
But we've been enjoying the weather. It is
Yes.
nice and cool down here.
No
We're
humidity.
burning in the south, so it's a nice change of
Okay.
weather. I love it.
Good. So, it's a lot going on, man, but we gonna go to the beginning.
Okay.
Let's go to the essence.
Ooh.
Born
Like-
and raised, East Atlanta,
Yeah.
Decatur, Georgia.
Right.
Decatur, where's greater?
Oh, okay. That's the slogan.
Yeah.
So what was your upbringing like coming up?
Family, very family oriented.
I can tell.
We came a lot to New York to go visit our grandma with our cousins. She would take us traveling, so we had a lot of that. Like starting out really young, so we had a lot of time just hanging out, just being a kid. And at home, it was always the sisters. Our mom always made sure that we was like really close, so we would play dolls, like literally the childhood,
Play
like
games.
just play games, watch TV. We used to do different stuff like that, and just really being a kid. And I feel like we got inspired by the things we were consuming and watching on TV to pursue what we're doing today.
It was
But
all like little
Yes.
subliminals. Like we had this one like dance game where it was like how to be a pop star or something. Like they gave you a whole mat, like a microphone piece and everything. But we're just playing because we're like, oh, it's just
It's
fun.
just a
It's like
game.
funny
Yeah.
and silly and stuff like that. And then even the shows that we watch all had like that kind of message.
Like believing
in it.
yourself, like making music, like just like music in general.
But like we was all into different things growing up. Like
Yeah.
I was doing like gymnastics,
she's a
like
competitive
yeah.
gymnast for 3
Oh,
years.
competitive. Okay.
oh yeah.
I was in band. I played like percussion. I did the flute because I wanted to be that girl in drumline who was the only one that was really good. That was my goal. Then my cousins also was in percussion. They were the only girls, so I was like, I kind of want to do the same thing.
Yeah, and
I
I
fell into
was
music.
in I liked science and math, so I was very much
Ooh.
into science, and I was also into arts as well. So I would like to draw as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, man. You see that? Black folks have happy lives. Okay. All right.
that's good. So like, y'all live in the same household, right?
Yeah.
Into different things. So, what at this time, you got different girl groups that's out that's popping and doing their things or what have you. Are you guys even thinking about doing music together, or you're not even worried about it at the time and you just chilling, relaxing, and just enjoying being kids?
We were just enjoying.
Yeah, we
being
literally did
kids.
not think about being a girl group. Never crossed our minds. Like
Yeah.
at that time, we was literally just like, I'm over here. I'm gonna be a gymnast. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Like Mimi's occupation that she wanted to be when she was younger. She wanted to be a
I
teacher.
want to be a teacher.
I was going to go.
You
outer space.
give me teacher vibes,
I had
though.
really good teachers growing up. Like a lot of my teachers were my favorite.
What?
Like they check in on me. We still know some of my teachers to
I'm
this
about to
day.
move down to the south.
But
Yeah.
I can't deal with the children. No, I can't do it. But I commend everyone in the school system.
I was ready to go.
So you
outer
realize
Yeah,
that
they
I
do.
don't
Yeah.
think I want to do that, but you were inspired at one
yeah,
time.
I was because I had really good teachers. So I was inspired to like do the same. Yeah.
But
And I
out of
would-
three of you guys, not to say the two of you are not mature, you give me that maturity vibe. That's like your energy. So it's very
Are you the
interesting.
older sister?
No,
I'm the
actually.
Oh
oldest.
wow, okay, yeah.
She's
okay.
more laid back, so I've always been this way since I was
She's been more
younger.
talkative than
I was
Right.
more
me.
talkative. If something happened, like some girl maybe hit her at school, she would tell me, being the younger sibling, and I would go tell my parents. Or
Oh.
if something happened, like I just would be the one knowing. I'm so nosy. I just
Yeah.
do everything. I asked.
You was
like,
the protector.
yeah, and like at 5 and 6, I was asking my parents like how much was the house and the cars and stuff. I don't know why I was so.
Very inquisitive.
Yeah, at a very young age. I don't know.
Yeah. Right? Like, how much y'all paying again? By
Yeah.
the way,
Like, I
just
know
in
what to do
case.
with that.
Like, right, that's good. Different
Yeah.
personalities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so at what point did y'all decide, like, look, this is what we're going to do, and we're gonna do it together. And was there any obstacles during that journey?
It was after we watched the Mindless Behavior documentary, because we were big fans of like Mindless Behavior, the boy group.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
so we were inspired by a boy group.
Yeah, it wasn't even the girl group that inspired us. It was the boy group.
We watched that movie. We were like, we want to do that. So we started out as a dance group with our cousins, and as they gotten older, they prioritized like school board, and we just continued to go along. And Anai found our vocal coach at the time.
Yeah, she was 10 finding our vocal coach, just looking people up. And
10 years old?
Yes.
My baby's 10. Okay.
Yeah, so she looked them up. I'm surprised, like our parents, like they took everything we said we wanted to do seriously. So we really reached out to him, had a consultation, and went through the whole process of like, because we didn't even know if we could sing. We were very ambitious just watching the process, and was like, you know, we're going to take it seriously. This is what we want to do. And just started diving in whatever was necessary. We was writing our own contracts on the notebook paper, trying
everything.
to figure this thing out
That's what I'm
at
talking
a young
about.
age. But it's been obstacles. I think at a young age, when it was social media involved, we weren't so used to documenting everything, and the demand of like being a certain way, like making sure you couldn't wear the same clothes like multiple times. Like it was so many. Yes. So we had to get used to like the standards and the things that people wanted to see from us.
Right.
And that was the hardest thing, I think, is to be present and letting people see the things that we were doing on social media.
I would say for me was being a bit more outspoken, because I would be very like laid back. And Mimi would take all the questions for the interviews, and I'm just sitting there quiet, happy. And then it got to the point where I was like, all of us had to say something. It couldn't just be relying on Mimi. Mimi's gonna be doing the speech though, because I can't.
Mimi's
Tina with the speech one time.
Never again.
Literally,
they
it was probably last year.
Yes.
I was busy holding the trophy. I can't hold the mic and the trophy at once. So I gave it to Keena, because I was like, Mimi speaks all the time. Let me let Keena do it.
That was the worst
And Keena
mistake
got on
I
the mic.
ever
She went.
Poor thing. You know, you just got to be prepared. That's all.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's the other
Some
thing
people are
too.
natural.
Like
yeah.
we never like going to award shows. Like when we was younger, like we didn't expect to win, and then like as we got older, we still had that mindset. So when they called us up, we was like, they said
Did
it.
they just?
But we thought they were calling out the nominees, so we sat back down. But then we hear our song play.
They're like, come on. We're like,
Okay.
As vocal as I am, I would have been a little bit taken back as well. I would have been like, "Ooh, did they call me? I was not prepared for that." Oh, thank you, guys. What do we say, guys? With the fake phony smell, like, oh gosh, how long is this gonna last?
Right.
I don't want to miss nobody thing. I want to thank everybody, but you know, so it happens. It happens. Preparation is key. But from then till now, do you feel like you developed, and do you feel like it brought you guys closer to? Because you guys grew up together, but still, like, is the relationship developing with amongst yourselves?
Yeah, I would say like definitely just with our like development within the industry and just us as a group, it is drastically changed from then to now. Because again, we've been in this
Drastic.
like, 10 years. So my voice from now to our first song is completely different. Even like our sound has like evolved, and we finally found like our genre of music, or like our category would be like urban pop. So it's like almost like the sing rap. It's not like all the way ballad, but it's not all the way just like straight up rap. Like it's a blend of the two, and like we finally got to that point now, and now it's just like creating more music like that. And then even just as like with our relationship as like sisters, like there's only experiences that we can relate to
about.
And I can't tell my friends, oh man, I like, went to this place, did this, and like they're like, like it's not really good for them, but for them, we talk about literally any and everything, because we all been through like the same thing.
Look, as sisters, you got your ups and downs, your highs and lows, but for the audience, I also want you guys to tell them like some of the difficulties that you have amongst each other too, because I feel like when you embrace those, even as sisters, it makes you stronger. And I see that a lot of groups, especially female groups, eventually they kind of like divide and go their way. Sometimes you want to do your own thing, but it's to the point where they're not even speaking to each other, you know? Even siblings. Can you believe that?
I know, that's
So what do you guys do to make sure that never happens? That y'all always stay family before anything, because you know, like, business can bring you over there.
I feel like we communicate, like we have like powwows every now and then. It's like, okay, so what we're gonna do, what is our goals? Like sometimes like in the industry, it gets kind of difficult, and sometimes you get a bit discouraged. So sometimes we all get together and be like, okay, we're feeling like this is not going anywhere, or like moves aren't moving right now. Like, what do we need to do to get to where we want to be right now?
Right.
So
I feel like we're also really, really good at calling each other out. Like, okay, your feelings gonna get hurt, may get hurt, but I'm your sister, and I'm gonna tell you versus
Right.
somebody else telling you. So I feel like we are really good at like calling it out when we see it. I don't think we're very like too.
And we don't like
sensitive.
internalize it because
Yeah.
we know that you wouldn't be saying this to me if you didn't like care
It's out
about
of
me,
love.
or yeah.
So y'all see, women do hold each other accountable. I just want to make that a big factor.
It,
here.
it has to be
Highlight-
reciprocal. I would say like a lot of people, even just like with some people that we know, it's like you can tell them what's wrong, but if they're not willing to like listen to and make the changes to what you're,
Right.
yeah, then like you can't go anywhere with that. But we all like we grew up in a very like free spirited, like we all talk. Like us to our parents, our younger sister, even we talk about everything, and we make
How
sure
we
that
feel, yeah.
they're heard as well. And, like we also like I know Kina does at times too. Like watch like videos of like therapists explaining, like just breaking down the emotions, because sometimes people
yeah.
don't
She does some
even
research.
like take the time to really like know like how you're reacting to someone's based off of like how you're feeling. Like you cannot, and also not putting your feelings or however like upset you are, you can't take it out on other people, because it's also not productive either. Like you
Yeah.
have to honestly, to have better relationships with other people, you have to have a good relationship within yourself, and like to know like okay, like to how to control your emotions, how to not take everything like so
Right.
as an attack. You have to listen, like really accept criticism and be able to build from there.
or even learning when to kind of like back away so you can digest it. Because I know for me, like whenever I get criticism, like, okay, give me like a moment. I'm hearing you. Let me digest it really quick, and then I'll come back and be like, okay, I understand.
I think we prioritize each person's individual like abilities, what they're into. So we also with people like breaking up and like all that kind of stuff. I feel like we are seeing the wave of like Chloe and Halle being able to do their individual thing and thrive, and then there's still Chloe and Halle at the
That's
end of the day.
right.
I feel like
They're
we
sisters.
love that part, and we all have different interests. We're so different, so we let that
Yeah.
shine as well. We don't be like, you're only MAKO Girls and that's it. Like,
And it's that healthy balance that helps you not feel like you're stuck in what you're doing, but you're able to like have that creative or like that outlet, and then you can be able to add more into what you actually do.
Amazing.
I want to build on that.
yeah.
How important, and I know you guys understand what this is for the people that's watching,
Right.
and you guys have said a handful. How important is the foundation
Oh.
when it comes to, of course, your sisters, so that's important
Yeah.
off the rip,
Yeah.
but your sisters in the cutthroat industry,
Yes.
in the unforgiving industry. So how important is that foundation that you guys have?
It's extremely important.
Absolutely important. If there's no foundation, then like there's nothing there. Like if you can't, it's like
I feel there's nothing to stand on.
yeah, there's nothing to
basically.
stand on,
There's no
stand for. Like
stand up. I mean, like she said, stand for and maybe say that. But basically, there's nothing to like go based off of to like kind of see if you're doing the right or wrong thing. So we have done things like artist development and things like that, which given us a foundation as artists, as well how we move in different spaces, and that just gives us the guide of what to do. And I feel like even with siblings, you just need that foundation of we understand where each other's coming from, we
Yeah.
understand how each other think. So when we're in these spaces, that foundation is already set. There's nobody can come in and start like
they'll be like,
waving
oh
what you
well,
think.
I think that you're the da, and I'm like, we don't like this person.
We're
Like
looking-
I will go and tell them like they were just saying this, I'm not messing with it.
I don't like
And y'all
them.
all agree with it?
Oh, yeah.
They'll be
See,
like,
that's
don't-
what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
if I say we all saying no. If I, you know what I'm
They'll
saying?
be
So
like,
that's
don't tell that
important.
person, but I like you better. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
that person just said this
Right,
person.
right,
And
right.
now we all looking at them sideways like,
All right, so y'all all in sync with one another, and y'all can definitely y'all stick together, especially in the music
And you
industry.
can tell it's organic. Like, it's no, it's certain groups that y'all see together and they hate each other. They really
You
don't
got
like each other.
siblings, yeah.
You can tell that. Don't get me wrong, your sisters. So sometimes I'm pretty sure y'all gonna get on each other's nerves,
Yeah.
but you could tell it's just organic with you guys, and you guys hold each other down, and y'all got each other's back or whatever.
Yeah.
So how do y'all choose the song and the music? Because it's 3 of y'all, right? So
Yeah.
3 different personalities here,
Yeah.
3 different ages. One probably think I'm the oldest. You better listen to me. Well, skip past the youngest now, 'cause she's the vocal one. So how does that process happen?
We put it up for a vote most of the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
or even if like first we all at least 2 of the 3 got to be rocking with it. Like if it's not all at once, then it's either 2 of the 3, and then the other one will like, hey, you know, like just listen to it like one extra
just
time.
Think about it,
and then you're just like, okay. But it's mainly first off, we just listen. Sometimes we get presented songs, and so first we kind of agree on the theme. Like, okay, we like the concept of it, but really before we even get to that, if it doesn't sound catchy to us, then we're like, next. Right, like because we listen to a lot of types of genres of music, alternative, like soca, Hispanic, Korean, like all types. And so
y'all studying up there, okay.
Yeah, and we're all just into different styles of music. So I think when we were going back to like the foundation, we have to know what's the foundation of like our sound. So we know, is this really MAKO Girls, or do we just like this song?
Right.
Like, sometimes
is this just an individual thing?
Yeah, because sometimes that happens. I know I've had songs that are more like R&B, like that I might like, and they're like, no. And I'm like, well, yeah, I can't really see us doing this song, or maybe not right now. So we also go off of that, like, where are we at in the point in our lives, or what are the fans liking? Like, so
that part.
Go off of that too. If they're liking the upbeat, then let's keep it upbeat. Like we can show that diversity, but let's keep them hooked on something. So we really go off of a lot of different factors because we're also into different sounds and stuff.
That's very interesting. So like, y'all sisters and y'all together like majority of the time now. Y'all was already together because y'all sister. Yeah. But like do y'all have like separate friends and stuff like that? Like how does that work?
Our friend groups have merged into one. Like my best friend was hanging out with Mimi's best friend, or sometimes her best friend will hang out with me. Like we all are. It's like
one big family.
Literally. Like they even grew up with us. Like as we like started MAKO Girls, they were around the whole time. So like they know our journey, and then they've been there helping us out at events, coming to shows just to support. Like they'll be like, oh, if you have a show going on, let me know. They come through.
Go back to foundation.
Yeah.
Right.
They were taking our pictures at shows. Yeah.
See, that's what. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said
like,
that.
girl, thank you. I didn't have to ask you to do this. Oh my God, you on the team. You get a job.
You have people, and this goes at different times, especially with rappers as well. But you know, if you're around, you got to do something.
You
got to do something. Like, what are you bringing to the table? What are you offering to bring to the table? Because this ain't no free ride.
Right.
Somebody got to have a job.
Somebody got to do something.
Somebody got to be the cameraman. Somebody got to take the pictures. Somebody got to help with the outfits. Somebody got to help with the makeup. Like,
but just being a friend, right? Yeah, like you want your friend wants you to be your best. Like,
friends got to work though. Your friend got to work.
My best friend, I think we just noticed she had an eye for it. So her mom, she was also trying to make sure like we were all staying together, keeping each other out of trouble. So her mom was like, you know, we're gonna get her a camera since she's coming to our event. She can take the pictures, and I think she enjoyed doing that, but it wasn't like something she wanted to do. But her presence also is sometimes needed, like when a tense space, especially in the industry, when you don't know the people and it's kind of standoffish. It's always good to have that like person that you know.
That's your buffer. Your buffer between you and a crowd.
Because even we'll be at events and she has no idea like what's going on at the event, but because she's not, her mindset isn't about this event, she's like, oh, I'm just here with my friends. Like it takes us out of that, like, oh, this is like a very big
serious
event
situation.
Right. And we all just start chilling.
She brings levity to the situation. Explain to the audience, because we got artists that watch this show, the importance of a core audience. How you know because you guys are talking about different things, but you realize that you have your own niche, your own sound, your own core. Explain how important that core audience is.
I would say it's very important because it's also based on like the music that you want to make and the music that you're like trying to do. Because you wouldn't go to a Latina like event doing something completely different from what they're expecting. So knowing like your core audience is very important.
I would say it's like going to a rap show and you're singing gospel. It doesn't match that audience. You have to find. It's not. They're gonna be looking at you.
Accidentally get the wrong thing.
Right? Like you have to be at the right. Your music has to go with the right audience. You can't just be like anywhere and everywhere, and that's something that we had to learn as well.
Right.
Like, with events, we don't pop up at every single event because we may not even need to be there. Like it just doesn't align with where we're going. And with like our core audience, I think we're still learning that because there's so many ways that people have found us. So I feel like when you're trying to build that core audience, it's very important to like kind of niche down, I guess, to let them know what they're getting from you, so they know like when they come, okay, I see MAKO Girls, I know I'm coming for some music, I know I'm coming for
some
the
fashion
good vibes, because we've been known for so many things now. Like when we're trying to get it down to the core music, like people seeing us on TikTok, so they're either liking the dancing, they like the outfits, they like, we don't know what they're here for, but we know they all like support us. So I feel like when you're trying to build that core like fan base, really like think about what you want people to come to you to find, because you scroll on people's pages for hours and it's something specific that you like scrolling on their page for.
That you
So I feel like even as an artist, you have to put that into perspective. What do you want people to come to you for and keep coming back for?
I noticed that our core audience a little bit has come to like the anime gaming community.
Okay,
Because
that's
that's
a good
where like
one.
our music kind of thrives. They're all open-minded, so
Yeah.
they don't care what it
the
is,
music is.
as long as it's
Sounds
cool,
good.
as long as it get them hype, like they're ready for it.
Right.
Even those into K-pop and stuff, or like people at music festivals, like
Okay.
they like they're the ones that gravitate to our music the most.
Really, that's good that you guys already know your analytics and your demographics. That's really, really important. Now, this kind of like is a serious topic because I see y'all style. Y'all giving me like goddess vibes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all giving me pop. Y'all giving me goddess vibes. But y'all giving me beautiful and sexy to some extent, depending on what individuals' definition of sexy is.
Right.
But a lot of times now, a lot of people, I guess maybe the older crowd, are talking about they're tired of seeing women being over sexualized. Is that a conversation that you guys had, even just as far as your style? Right, because you have great vocals. You guys worked really hard this far. I heard you, and I'm like, ooh, they popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my 10-year-old was listening to y'all, so she just dancing to y'all song and everything. I'm like, okay, she like it too. All right, she just kept playing it.
Yeah.
So, and I see that you guys are beautiful. I consider you sexy. I mean, do you guys speak about that, like being over sexualized and just the way you dress? But then you're a woman, right? So you should be able to wear what you want. And you should be able to feel good, but you know, there's a balance. So what do you think?
At a young age, our vocal coach and my mom, we were so young, so
Right.
he kind of laid that foundation, letting them know, like, you know, once you start taking so many layers off, it's only but so much more left to go. So we
Ooh,
kind of,
I like that vocal coach.
Yes, R.I.P. to Mr. James. That was
Oh,
he passed away like maybe
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
He was our foundation, literally knew our sound, knew everything. Like he seen us walk in the door. And
God,
so-
I didn't get a chance to meet him, but
Yeah.
go ahead, man.
But
You
the
guys had a
best-
blessing.
The best spirit ever. But yeah, he basically was explaining that to our mom. So I think we just didn't just go with the trend or what people were doing. I think we go off of style. Like, what does our style look like? Do we feel like it's appropriate, the right space for it?
Yeah.
Because we also do community events and we go to these
Right.
back to school things, so you know what to wear in those spaces. And I
Right.
feel like we keep that in mind. And like I said, we just true to ourselves and our style. So I feel like we kind of stress that more because people are so body conscious of like what they look like, and
Right.
I don't have enough of this or enough of that. And we've had those feelings as well. But I think when we learn that you wear stuff that flatters you and your body, and your style,
Absolutely.
then you don't have that feeling. You don't have that expectation of showing too much or trying to show more
Right.
because you're trying to get a certain look. So I think thankfully during the pandemic, people have learned different styles and embrace different styles. So we're more in that lane of like, be yourself, find your look. If this is you, then
That's
slay.
right.
And I really love the girls that, you know, come through and they show their body, like they love their body and everything. But I think that's for their audience, their space.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah.
really the time and place.
Yeah, I would say it's a time and place. I know for me, I would love to wear some chaps.
Keena just
I would love to wear some back like chaps.
We are holding on to Keena for dear life.
I know
Just
for
wait.
I would like to be in a room with y'all. I'll be crying
But
laughing.
I
She's
know
about
that there would be like a time and place place for that. Like
Right.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't go to a kid's event with
Just
dresses
picture
up.
that y'all on stage and then she
Kayla
come,
come
just
out.
y'all about to come out. She come out her room. We're like, what in the
I
world?
was
And then y'all gotta get
call
ready.
the shirt. Go put these oversized pants on.
But I know it's like a time and place, and it's based off the style that we also have together, because we can't have one person looking one way and the other person looking the other.
Right.
So that
we
would
know
be like
y'all
a
was-
personal style.
We know y'all was influenced by, a male group.
Yes.
But like, what artists influence you guys right now? Whether it's a single artist or a group artist, like what are you guys listening to? What's in your little archives?
Doja Cat, I would say like
Doja
the
Cat?
cadence,
Okay.
her style, the way she flow. I love her, and she's a performer. So I
Yes.
don't know if you catch any of her performances, but
Okay.
she's I feel like the level that we want to get to, where
Right.
she's doing the singing and the dancing, and the whole creativity is there.
Yeah, she's definitely talented.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know TLC was our inspiration for music wise, for the longevity of our music and the messages behind our music. That was one group that was inspiring to us.
I know.
Okay.
Even we can all drop the
And,
personal.
and just to add on to that, that's what I first thought when I heard y'all,
Yeah.
because it's just you guys just about fun,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
good vibes, a good time, and it's all the positivity that radiates through your songs, and I like that because I feel
Thank you.
today with it's so much demonstrative stuff out there that you guys are providing a definitely needed balance when it comes to music right now.
I can even
Yeah.
say just listening to the radio, the music and stuff like that. Even sometimes I stop listening to it because I'm it's just too much of the same, or the topics has not changed. It's just a different beat, it's just a different song, and so
Just a different
I'll
artist, yeah.
listening to it, I'm we have to be out there because a lot of people aren't also used to hearing our type of music, because when they're
been one
oh,
shot.
this is fresh, this is kid, when they hear it they think, oh, this is kids pop. I'm no, y'all haven't heard music like this in so long, we grew up with
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with no Nickelodeon money. Right?
Ain't nothing wrong with
Minus the other stuff. Minus the other
Right.
stuff.
Oh,
You
where
know what I'm
everything else
saying?
they got going on. Yeah.
It's because we literally grew up, we had the Katy Perry's growing up.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had
Avril
My daughter
Lavigne.
loves some Katy Perry. Oh
Yeah.
man.
it was all that free music,
Right.
nobody
Good music.
good
Yeah.
vibes the whole time, and so we wanted to bring that type of music, or music with a message back. So that's what we want to do. That's what we really strive to do as a group as well.
Dope.
That's good. So the group name, how did y'all come up with that?
Our
It was
mom
our
came
mom.
it up.
Yeah.
Oh, mom,
We're
Shout
terrible
out.
at naming things.
Shout out to Mom Duke.
But
Okay,
we
Mom.
We did put the meaning behind it.
Yes,
so
it
it's
is.
an acronym.
What is the meaning?
So M for Mimi.
A for 9.
K for Kina, and our last name Ochoa.
Okay, Ochoa. Where does that come? Where
daughter?
that last name is from? What country?
Our
Porter's
he's our dad's.
We just went through a family tree.
Yeah,
like
we
that
had a whole family
recently.
crisis, but
Ochoa.
whole
That's
family
beautiful.
crisis.
Spain, our grandfather, he is from Spain, and so Port of Spain basically, and then his dad's basically been from Spain. Dad's dad is Spaniard, and his dad's mother was Venezuelan, and so
Yeah.
basically we have a Hispanic Caribbean background.
Oh
My
man,
grandma
what a
was
beautiful
born in
blend.
Trinidad, so she was born there, and I think her parents is from
St. Vincent.
St. Vincent. So
Okay.
That whole
A
background.
great, beautiful blend.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to bring to the industry? What do you guys want to bring to your audience and to the industry?
I would say definitely breaking the stereotype of girl groups
Yes.
that people have, because even people would
Girl.
not want to work with girl groups because they're oh, they're just gonna break up. We've literally been together for 10 years.
That was a question I already asked.
Yeah.
Go through a
Yeah.
rant about that because I really don't understand. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just breaking the stereotype. I think just
That's a
bringing back
phenomenal
really
one.
good feel-good music and just music
Yeah.
for different occasions. I feel like people have like you said, it's a lot of negative energy and the vibe and the music, and I feel like people are looking for it and they don't know that it's out there. So to bring that back, or even just going back to there was like the Lil Wayne and T-Pain and like all the music was just different. It was just fun. Like you had a different vibe from them, and I feel like bringing stuff like that.
With T-Pain was that guy though.
Yeah, but I've been listening to him and like old Drake and like T.I. Like they was doing so many different things.
And one thing about T-Pain, he can actually really sing too.
That's
He can really sing.
But he was just so fun with it.
Yeah, it was so fun. It was just
he was
different.
real with it. Like he was in love with the stripper. I'm just listen. This is what happened, guys.
I was like, I like even the way they performed. I don't know, like my boyfriend likes to watch this stuff, so he be looking at the performances and like the way the crowd interacted with them. We really like to bring that into our live performance. We want the audience not to just feel like they're just watching the show. We want them to feel like they're part of the show and leave singing the song. Like we don't want them to just stare or watch. Like y'all are here to have a good time. We're here to entertain. We're here to have a good time.
One big party.
Yeah, literally one big party.
Awesome. So it's three of y'all, but are you planning on having any features? And if you do, like who are some of the people that you would want to, do some work with in the industry?
We're looking to work with a well-known producer. Like that's one big thing that we want to do. So any producers out there,
do y'all got any in mind?
Well, we was loving to do something with Atlanta people too. So like Metro Boomin, maybe ATL Jacob, like people who's in our city, like kind of tapping into that because the love is there.
I think y'all sound good with Hitmaker.
Or Hitmaker,
I would
that too.
What about artists?
An artist, Masha Montano. Oh my God! If we can do something with him, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Other artists, I say
Doja Cat.
Yeah, Doja Cat.
Okay, Doja Cat.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love Ariana Grande, like there's different people.
Everyone y'all love with these artists, my 10-year-old. Ariana. I'm dancing to Ariana.
Yes. We grew up with Ariana.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this question, right? And I ask this to a lot of artists. There's always that moment, right? Where you first start out doing what you're doing, but you still not 100% sure yet.
Yeah.
You just feeling your way around. But every artist has a moment where it's like, okay, I think this is gonna work. So for y'all as a group, as a collective, what was that moment where you like y'all all looked at each other and said, "Yo,
this is it.
This is gonna be we on to something here."
Yeah.
I would say it was when our single "Ain't Thinking About You" was like getting major radio play. Like one of
dope song by the way.
Thank you. It's like one of our
you.
most streamed songs, and us bouncing from radio station to radio station. We're hearing it like our friends are calling saying, "Oh, we heard your song in the store. We heard it in the car." I was
we
like,
heard it on the radio.
This is it. Like this is what we've been waiting for. That moment of like our music picking up traction. Like the music video, even behind that one, like it was our best music video that we've done so far, and it just looks amazing. It's heading in the direction that we wanted to go to.
It just tells the whole story.
Yeah.
The whole story.
It's simple, but it's dope.
It gives the picture, yeah.
You know?
I feel like we just did a tour in Chicago, back like a school tour. So we did one show, like it was the last day. It was
Stay away from the West Side.
No, you said stay away where?
From the West Side.
You going to Wild Hundreds.
Oh no, we were saying where we were told to go, but
stay downtown.
Basically, we went to one of the schools, and it was so fun. Like the feeling of performing, and they had a really good time, and there was a lot of kids there. It was just,
shout out to Maryville.
They had fun. They got out their seats. They was dancing. Like the kids in the back was thinking they was.
And we were nervous
stage.
because it was like 8 a.m. in the morning. And like,
they're not
I'm thinking they gonna be turned up around like 1 p.m. Why are they making us do this the first couple
in the morning?
Yeah. But they had so much fun. We was turning up with them. Like it was the best experience. Even just like the rush of tour life, it was like always something going on, always something to do. Like we even performed at like
juvenile detention center, and they loved our performance. It was like, give me more.
And I was like,
we were nerve-wracking.
That's
like,
I was kind of scared for like,
because they were like, go up. It's like, I don't know, like we don't want to get y'all in trouble.
I don't know what we can do in here, but it was
like y'all got us up in juvenile. I
straight. That's right.
Can we get a little bit of protection just for a little bit?
But that's dope because it's kind of like it shows your range where you can perform in front of juveniles, convicted juveniles at the same time. You could perform in a school with a bunch of young people, and they all doing the same thing. People forget people that's locked up. They they like music also.
Still like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they actually will buy your music more than
the ones
that's out here because I don't think they could stream. So it's like a different avenue that they had to go through to buy your music. But they actually buy the music outright. Or what have you. I forget what it's called, but why? Okay, what is it that you see all these different groups, right? Not just girl groups, just R&B groups in general, right?
Right.
So you guys are a mixture of everything. You guys are one big melting pot.
Right.
Yeah.
When I think of y'all, I think of gumbo.
Okay.
Gumbo is fantastic.
I
Especially
haven't
Louisiana
eaten
I don't know if you had
gumbo yet.
Louisiana gumbo.
No, I haven't.
Wonderful.
No,
You ain't had no gumbo?
no, I've never had gumbo
Never?
before.
It's delicious.
Next time you go down south, you gotta get some gumbo.
Yeah. And I was
You don't know what you're missing.
okay. All right.
You-
Do they got pork in gumbo?
Well,
I'm not
Not
a
the
pork
gumbo I be
person.
eating.
Yeah, not the one who eat.
You whatever you want to put in it, you
You
can
should.
tell
I'm
them
gonna
what you
say
want
it's
in it.
really a mixture of what you want in it. So
Yeah,
Oh
shrimp.
man, see
crab.
now I'm just getting hungry. I can see corn and
yeah.
chicken and
Yeah,
all this
all
stuff.
that.
They be having rice and all that in
Oh,
there.
Oh yeah.
Rice,
Oh yeah.
Oh man, now
And
see
it's spicy.
it's spicy.
Spicy,
So
yeah.
gumbo
Yeah.
is spicy.
Yeah. You grew up on that gumbo. I used to go down. Well, I'm
I'm Blackanese, so I think I can
Ah.
Yeah,
take it. Oh, you was in South. All right, I'm
Yeah,
Blackanese, so I think I can get the.
Okay.
I can take it. You Geechee, I'm Blackanese. It's all
Yeah,
good.
man, you know,
know.
that Geechee land, you know what I mean? That gumbo is fantastic, boy. But
See, I gotta go to Geechee, man. All right, you gonna give me the hookup.
Yeah, see, so it's kind of like y'all done performed all over the place, right? Not just in the U.S., but outside the U.S. as well. So what was that one show where you like, cause you performed a bunch of times, but you might have that one show was like, oh, hold on, this.
Ooh, how we gonna win them?
You know, y'all all nervous, like, damn, okay, I ain't. There's a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
Hold on now, let's wait a minute. Let's, But then, once y'all overcame that initial fear, y'all came in and y'all went ahead and ripped it. What was that one show where it was kind of like you performed in front of the most people?
It was definitely us opening up for Ashanti and Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Orion Amphitheater. That's
Okay. Yeah,
big.
that's a dope. Yeah, wow.
We
Okay.
walked, man, looking out there, even just for the sound check, I was like, this is a lot of seats.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like,
This
this
is
the best stage.
Best stage, though.
Yeah.
You was
in the
like the
world.
best.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
They
Like,
had the fans and everything. We were cool up there.
So she was like, they giving us a
Took
tip.
care of y'all. They made sure y'all was good.
You got the best
Yeah.
service, right?
It was
Yeah.
great up there. I feel like we actually get more excited when it's a bigger crowd. When it's smaller, it's more intimate. So it's like, okay, I want to keep them there and keep them engaged. Or if it's an
Everyone
older
says
audience,
that.
it's like, okay, we want to know how we want to perform. Because younger kids or just the younger generation, they just want to have fun. So they want to jump
They
around.
turned up,
They
yeah.
turned
Yeah.
up. But when it's like an older crowd, it's like, okay,
It's like
I'm here to
50-50.
perform. Like, give them
Yeah.
a show versus like, okay, put your hand. Like, sometimes they not
yeah.
really vibing with that. So you have to really. I think every room we read the room, so we change it a little
Yeah, I
bit.
know
So,
what you're- yeah.
yeah.
Right.
We come in there like, okay, they chilling. We're gonna just give them a show,
Right.
and then if their turn, okay, well we already know what we're doing. Like we just gonna have fun.
I would say another show was the show that we did in Jamaica because when we went out there, everybody was like straight faced, and we're like,
yeah, it was terrifying.
We're
It's
They
like,
gonna know. They gonna vibe. Yeah.
I heard it's like that in China. They like it, but they
They
just
just looking at
and
you.
it's the worst feeling because you're
It's their
like, I
culture.
don't know if you like what I'm doing, but as soon as you get off stage,
they're
you're like,
y'all
this
did
is
so
amazing.
good. And we're like, oh,
but you
okay.
was standing still
Yeah,
for like
you was
2
just
hours.
Like, where was this energy when I was on stage? I told you to put your hands up. You looked dead at me. We just went,
Like
That's
I'm
their
doing
culture. Their culture. They're like, they don't say anything. I'm like, oh man, that's tense. That's tense.
Reminds me of New York.
Oh really? No, New York. It ain't nothing compared
New
to them
York,
them
man.
Asians. Like they don't
You
smile.
go on New York stage, especially if you're a rapper or whatever.
Oh.
Like if you're a rapper, if you the only people that's cheering for you is the people that you with.
Like, ow.
Hey, like you can be the nicest person in the world. They gonna
Yeah.
he alright.
At least they nod their head.
yeah, I'll take a head though. I'll take
They
a
nod their
head.
head.
I'll take a head nod.
But they ain't gonna go crazy for you. But
Right.
they-
That's what I
Right.
said.
But they'll come up to you after, yo,
Sometimes-
I was alright, yo, you did your
Yeah.
thing,
Right.
yo. But you're not gonna get that.
In
Yeah.
Asia, it's not
Yeah,
like
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
Even at a basketball game. That's it. They
As
don't
long as
get
you
a
get the
head
head
nod.
nod, you get the head nod, you know you're
yeah,
on to
not
something.
some type of indication.
Yeah,
we gonna be
that's all.
good, but they just staring. Like, okay,
Right.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
we just
You,
gonna
you,
perform.
in New York, you get that a lot. You know, unless you Drake or somebody
Right,
like that or whatever.
understand.
It don't
But,
matter,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
But that's just New York though. But it's dope because y'all perform in front of every single type of crowd.
Yeah.
So you know what to expect, you know what not to expect. You know when to call an audible and say, okay, no, that ain't gonna work over here.
Yeah.
Let's change it up a little bit or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why you guys are constant professionals. People don't understand you could be signed to a major label and still not be a professional.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
There's a lot of people who aren't professionals who have record deals right now. So, in the era where tech is kind of taking over the industry, so you guys are still managing to go ahead and keep your core essence, but at the same time, you're making sure you're still relevant to what's going on here and now. So, how do you walk that balance where you stay yourselves and you stick to what you're doing, but at the same time, you see the industry's like constantly changing,
It's evolving.
And
yeah.
Are you like it, or because you probably the one that you said you the math and science one, right?
Yeah.
So either you or you. I mean, y'all are smart, but I'm not trying to say. But I figured one of y'all is the ones that say, hey guys, we gotta change up. We gotta do this now. They're doing this now. They're doing that now. Or you have somebody around you that's saying, hey man, you guys need to start changing this, that, and the third. So how do you incorporate that, and how do you know like when it's time to go ahead and switch up and incorporate something more new and modern to what's going on?
I would say definitely social media definitely helps with like knowing the direction of how people are either receiving music, what music they want to hear, what dances I would say like are trending. Because like even for the show that we have this Saturday, we typically have like a same show set that we perform to, because it's like we're performing at a different audience every time actually. And so we was like, okay, with this show set, some of these people have seen what we've done, and to keep the audience engaged with our performance, especially now that we're more familiar with like the type of people that they have in the building, we was like add these 2 trending TikTok dances that are like trending like right now, and so we'll learn it. I'll make the show set, and then we'll perform it that day, which is what we're doing this weekend. And it's sometimes really just seeing what's trending on the algorithm right now, and then finding a way that we can make it work for us.
Yeah,
I know you do it.
Yeah.
I know you do it.
There's this one. She's always like, okay, there's different angle. They're doing this right now. Or I think I'm also like the trendy one when it comes to music. I'm like, okay, this song is trending. Let's do this. I think we're trying to tap into like doing verses to people's songs so people can see our style into different people's music, so they can even know what they expect when they hear us on different people's songs, how we add to a song. So I think like she was saying, just putting our own spin to what's trending and knowing when to apply when something is trending.
Or even doing covers to like popular songs or things that are kind of trending as well, because I'll point out like, hey, there's this song that's like popping right now, we should go ahead and like try to do something with it.
See, that's the beauty of having a group. I'm a business person, right? I'm a little bit of a mathematician myself when it comes to the money. How important is the business side of music to you guys? Because this is, and what have you learned from that? Who's handling that part?
Read the contract. Oh my God. There's so many deals that we could have gotten like stuck in for life.
She said, oh God.
If we did not read, if we did not always have a lawyer in your back pocket, always. It doesn't matter how, like, get a good one, pay the money, because you'll be paying them a fixed rate for one time, but the other people for the rest of your life. So like you have to make sure that you're very aware of what's going on in the business. Our managers are parents, so they take us to the meetings sometimes. They let us hear the phone calls of what's going on. So especially because we're getting older, and so like most of the responsibilities is now like falling upon us, and so that we're aware of it, like we have to make sure that we know about how like to register your music and stuff like that.
Split sheets.
Before you get in the studio, or like before people start adding in stuff here and there, and being like, or before the song gets out, nobody wants to answer the phone anymore and add like, all those things we know like ahead of time, and just they keep teaching us as we learn, as we're going through the process and learning. I think we've just been seeing it growing up, because they are also entrepreneurs with their own businesses.
Your parents? Okay.
So we had did this this was the hardest entrepreneur business lesson this year was our glow party. We did that thing from that show from top to bottom. This is an event we do every year. This was our 6th annual.
Yeah.
So this is.
But you were hands on with this last one.
We helped find the venue that we want to use, the vendors,
the dancers,
the setup. I was literally I had made probably 2 or 3 templates on Canva of how the venue should have been set up.
Right, so the whole itinerary from beginning to the end.
We were going out,
picking
passing
the
out
artists.
flyers, calling people, being in contact with the artists, knowing what their bio should look like because we need that information. So
making the flyers,
making the
promo.
Your parents took care of it prior to that.
Yes, they did.
So I know y'all got uproar respect. You know where I was going with that, right? Okay.
Hard work behind it.
Right. And did it seem when they were doing it? Did it seem easy when they was doing it?
Yes, and
I wasn't really aware of what they were doing, so when I finally had to, I was too busy worried about. I gotta go to rehearsal.
I'm dancing and doing my music, honey. I ain't got no time for this. You make sure my money right.
I feel like it's just changed so much over time. When we were younger, so many younger artists and younger people in the industry in Atlanta doing stuff. So it was so many people to contact, and now it's so many different ways you have to put in information in front of people to where they're paying attention. So we had to go through that process of how to market our own event and put it out there for people to see, and how we're going to get them to buy tickets, and what budget should we put on this so that way people can see it in the areas they need. It was just so much stuff we had to really calculate
on top of our show.
On top of doing our show and making the show set, it was so much.
Because before we even get our music to I would say our engineer to create the show set, I make it literally on this app called InShot, and I will make.
I love InShot.
It's the best. I had bought the lifetime access. That was the best money spent. But I literally will create the show set. So because before we had our DJ Fahrenheit, we worked with him a lot growing up, and we would tell him we want this to be our show set. And he's like, what is this? Because it'll be a bunch of different songs put together, and it would stress him out. And so
that
finally,
poor man, he went through it.
Yes, he did. He said
he did. And so I learned how to do it myself, so that I could just give them the template of what it is, so that they could just put the proper
more organized and structured, so they know how to do their stuff. It's a process, man. But shout out to the parents, right? Because a lot of people don't have that support that you guys have, unfortunately, and because of that, they don't get the amount that they're supposed to get. They don't get the support that they're supposed to get. So you guys are starting out really great. So we want to give a shout out to y'all parents, man.
Yes, shout out to our manager.
Our managers.
Michael.
and our mom as well.
Yes,
she's
Mom.
the one that's really the business paperwork, all of that. I sit with her and register the songs and how it's gonna go out and the timeline of that.
Yeah.
Now, let's add on to that, right? Now, we talking about business, right? And once again, we have artists that watch this show as well. Break down registering your songs, and also break down what a split sheet really is, because a lot of them, you'd be surprised, don't even know what split sheet is.
Right. So I know for a fact with the split sheets, you're working with your producer, the writer, the artist, and you're splitting that up basically, and who's contributing what to the song. So I feel like that process also gets very clouded once you've recorded, once you've left the studio and the song is already done. So I feel like that process needs to start during the creation of it or before, because sometimes you get presented a song so you already know what the split is. I feel like it's just better that way to either handle it before and not too far after, because now everybody's like, oh, I added this word, I added that word, and all those have to be added into
little petty stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
all
I call it
that
petty
gets added in
ready.
there, so you have to do it ahead of time. And I know we're still learning about registering songs too, because our mom is the one who sits there, but I know we're picking whatever we want to register it, getting the ISRC code, the UPC, all of that. So she has a lineup. I'm still learning it, but she gives me, okay, this is what we're putting in, this is what needs to go, and how to put it on every platform, what needs to be there to track where it's already been at.
You the business one, all right? You standing on business.
The IRSC code, correct me if I'm wrong, that's once you have that code, that's the code that picks up everything so as far as the radio spins and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Oh, our manager's shaking his head. I'm still learning, so I know it's the
It does to a certain degree.
Yeah,
But
but
then
it's
you have mediabase.com.
right.
Even most labels don't even register.
No, you have to do it. Yes, you do.
All right.
Mediabase.com.
We learn as we go along here.
Well, speaking on standing on business, we do have a little gift for you guys. Can I get my assistant to help me out really quick, Shaka?
Assistant? That's right.
Yes, thank you very much.
Shaka
Well,
behind the scenes
my
episode.
little assistant, she wasn't here. She wanted to meet you guys. Like I said, she listened to your songs or whatever, and she actually packed the bag. She's 10 years old. Her name is Nana. Let me.
Nana better be sleeping.
You can pass it to them. We gave you some little bags.
We'll do a
We pass it to you guys. Can open it up. You pass me my phone too. I mean, they're different sizes, so maybe you may have to switch. I don't know. Yeah, you may have to swamp it. Yeah, so you guys can open it up.
White tees are.
Oh, this is cute.
All right, standing on business in the back. Yeah, and that's our logo.
Love that.
Yes, and we got some other things.
Over the baby.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I was like, I hope they like it. I hope they like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Let's take a picture in this.
Yes, and then we got Nana wanted to go an extra mile. I think she got y'all some lip gloss. Yeah, some lip gloss and stuff like that.
See, that's how we treat our
And she's a
guests.
colorful person. This is her hair.
Oh, wow.
This is her hair right now. Yeah, but I'll definitely have her call you guys because she gave that to you guys as a gift. Yeah, she said I think they would like it. Yeah, so yes.
Oh my god.
We want to thank you guys so much for
Nah,
having
definitely.
us.
Appreciate
Yes.
y'all pulling up, man.
Yes.
We respect y'all talent and
Yes, we got some
definitely-
fans right here in New
we
York
got
City.
some plans, you know. So
Yes.
you know, I don't know. Is this your first New York interview?
I don't think so. We've
Oh, shit, I was feeling special. I thought it was the
I
first.
feel like the first one.
I would say our first podcast. Like
First podcast. All right, we take that. I feel special.
Yeah, I feel like this is our first one in person.
So
Yeah,
this-
Oh, yeah, that was like
Years ago.
Couldn't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
So like 3 years from now, when you're on your world tour,
Yeah.
you know, and they ask, "Hey, what's the first podcast you guys did?"
Yeah.
Remember us?
yeah.
Standing on
Standing
10
on
toes.
10
We
toes
actually
down.
Right.
have something for you guys as well.
Right.
What? Get out of here.
She zoned out. Say,
What is going on? It's the gift.
Okay.
Today is giving. Okay.
Everybody be getting gifts today. Okay.
Oh, wow. This is our first time
wait,
getting a
say
gift.
what?
What are you doing? What we working with?
okay.
What we working with?
Okay.
So these are our t-shirts. I don't know the sizes, obviously.
That's
like, you
fine.
guys can swap
Extra
around.
large.
Thank you.
And then these
Thank
are our
you.
badges. You can scan them for our music. You can scan them to check out our
See,
social media.
there you go. All right.
This is
And these
cute.
are
Y'all look
That's
And
right.
these are for you guys in the back. We can give it to
That's
you guys.
right. Yeah.
Thank you so
Hold on,
much.
let's-
Look, he
let's
coming to
camera
give his
right.
like, yeah, yeah.
It's flying
That's the
in.
camera right. That's right.
All right, guys.
That's right.
This is
Hold on.
what we got right here.
Okay, yeah. So that's our single man.
Yeah,
Hype, the
See,
cover
I'm
for
not
this
gonna
song.
roll it because I ain't gonna know
wanna
how to put
roll
it back in here.
No, this is
So I'm
fire.
just gonna wait till I get home.
This is
But here we
fire.
go. Man, that's right. Yeah.
This
yeah,
is fire.
That's right.
Yeah.
And,
And
the
thank you.
what?
Oh,
Feel
This
good,
is
man.
beautiful.
Yeah, feel good.
Look at this one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I
like
like how
this
y'all set
one.
this up too. This is dope.
I designed the cards and the t-shirts.
Right.
So like I said, we be doing everything.
You jack
for
all
all
trades.
the
Y'all hustling all over the place. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Party never stops.
Gotta wear all the hats when
Gotta
you're
wear
independent.
Yeah.
This is nice, man. I can't thank you guys enough. My first gift, you know. Listen, I'm gonna have to be sneaking behind stage, y'all.
Right.
Like what? I know that.
That's
I
right.
want the MAKO Girls.
Oh, you know, now you're like, you giving me creepy vibes, kid. Just calm down. I'm like, no, I'm in the building. But yeah, this would be great. Well, you know, hopefully one day I'm gonna bring my daughter to come see you guys. She's a
Yes.
fan. You got a little 10-year-old fan already. You know what I'm saying?
it.
So she probably gonna go to school, tell her friends.
Yeah.
You know, and
Now, before we go, let's touch on the current music.
Okay.
It's a single. It was a snitch or was it cut to
Cut to
touch
the
Cut to
chase.
the chase.
cut the chain.
All
Yeah,
right.
cut the chase.
So you know who produced it?
We worked with this producer
In France.
in France, I believe. This was like
I don't even know how to pronounce the name, but it's like How does it even
That's
spell, like,
amazing. All the way in France.
like,
I don't remember how to pronounce it.
yeah, it was a French
French
producer.
that he used for his name, but shout out to him. I don't even know.
I think he emailed us because we had put like a post out on Twitter like a while ago, back when it was Twitter.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
right. You gonna get the credit on the album? Don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But we worked with a different we worked with a writer for this song, and they sent us back the idea. We was already talking about like the different concepts that we wanted. So we was talking about cutting to the chase. Like whenever we're talking about love interest, it's mostly like a hard to get type of thing. Like, we already got a lot going on, so either cut to the chase.
Like, what we doing?
We're queen, so you're missing out if you like don't get to the point. That's basically what the song is just talking about, like a love interest. Just shooting your shot, just let them know, cut to the chase. We talk on the phone, we have these moments, but like,
are we here?
Like, what yeah.
Really
just let's tell us what it is.
This is like the third version of the song, so like there's like two other versions of Cut to the Chase, and like when we got this last one, like, we're like, this is it.
Okay.
Like, and it took a while because the way how the beat is, it didn't need like a high like pitch like voice. It needed like a melody that like it was in a lower register. Like it didn't need to be in a high register. Like when we got like the first one, it was like it just didn't hit right. And the second one was like the pitch is too like high, like it needs to feel something needs to happen. It has to feel smooth because the beat already kind of has this like smooth like Latin like S to it, and so I'm like it cannot be. And then when we got the last one, we said this is the idea, this is the concept behind it, and then when the writer had sent us back the song, we was like, that's it, that's the song. Like,
oh wow, that's phenomenal. Well, we have our own in-house producer. We would definitely love to give you some beats, Mr. Shaka right here. He's the sample guy. Like he can be listening to a movie and be like, you heard that? Like, he was in the music industry for many, many years. His brother is Dougie Fresh, one of the hip hop pioneers in the industry, and we definitely want to give you guys some beats to see, what you like, something different. So yes,
I'm not hibernation.
Chop King. Chop King. He can chop everything. I'm telling you, but he loves it. He has a passion for it. He's been doing it since 10 years old himself. He was in the music industry, so he knows a lot. So if you ever need some advice on some extra things and stuff like that, he's definitely will be there for you. In any way, shape, or form.
Now let's talk about this Webster Hall situation coming up.
Yes.
We're excited.
Yes.
So we will be performing for the LAN after party for Anime NYC. Okay. And it will be at Webster Hall. So we're pretty excited. We performed for them like 3 times. So we're pretty excited.
We're excited. It's like a 2000s theme, like after party, and we always go. They have a good time. Like we said, they just dance. They want to have a good time. They're here till 3:00 in the morning. We don't perform till 12. Like we be in there dancing too. Forget that we performing that night.
They gonna be playing Nelly all night in there.
I hope they mix it up, but they usually do. They play literally everything.
It's getting hot in here.
And they gonna be turned up to that song, just like it was released yesterday. Like they have a good time. So we love being a part of their events and just they like to just highlight us and what we do and everything that we've been doing. So they show a lot of love. They make sure we're okay. Like when we got here, they made sure they brought our bags in, just checked in on us and just stopped by and see how we were doing. So shout out to the whole team. Yeah,
you should definitely pull up on it.
Like the hospitality that you guys
as you deserve.
Appreciate that.
As you deserve.
Right. And Keena, like all her people be at these parties.
Literally, I know everybody there.
We will go there.
She said,
Keena's gone. Like we're sitting there, I'm like, hey, Mimi, that like one bit from like White Chicks was like, where's Latrell? On the dance floor, and that's Keena. Keena is gone somewhere around.
She remind me of my mother, always missing. Like, where are you? Like, you know all these people?
We was like, Keena, you know everybody.
It's because I had networked with most of the people, so most of them, even the person who's like over the event, like some of them, they're like my friends. So I talk to them like pretty often, and they're like really cool people. So that's how we kind of like got into it, because my friend was like, hey, hey, y'all should perform at this party. So
Right.
we performed, and then after that, we built our relationship with them ever since.
That's amazing that you open to building relationships, definitely with the status that you are right now, and I like that because y'all just free spirited. It's just like the total opposite for what I'm used to seeing in New York City, unfortunately. So I like that you're able to still build friendships and trust people out there as you're navigating, because you're superstars already at the end of the day. So I think that's really great, and just continue on that path.
Now, before we go, it's I know you got a lot of things. Got a lot of things going on. Tell them where they can find the merchandise.
Right.
Tell them where they can go ahead and download all the songs, all the music.
Yeah.
And tell them that you're going to be having a pizza
Ladies
truck
performances.
outside pretty soon.
We
were talking about pizza.
Yes, you guys can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at
And
MAKO
MAKO
Girls.
You can watch our videos on our YouTube channel, official MAKO Girls.
You can check out all of our information and get our merch on our website at www.makogirls.com.
MAKO Girls is spelled
MAKOGIRLS.
Love
It's a
it.
K, not a C.
And be sure to buy and stream all of our music on all music platforms.
Yeah.
I just love your professionalism, boy.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's a breath of fresh air.
Amazing.
Breath of fresh air.
10
Well-
years to perfect it.
You used to have to
So
take.
many interviews. We had to get it
Also,
right.
used to have to take
Listen,
5
that's
10
what
tips
it's-
from people. No offense, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
But it took time. It took time. And that's
Yeah.
what it's all about. That's
Yeah.
what the
They put the
development is
work
about.
in.
Right.
And
Right.
that's what I respect about them. They put the work in. They respect the craft.
Absolutely.
And people like me, that's my thing. Respecting the craft.
Yes.
Like, I want to see how you got there.
Yeah.
Right.
And you guys are going ahead and you going about it the right way. You're taking your time. You're learning the business, but at the same time, you're being you.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on,
Thank
man.
you.
And we vibe with people like that in our team as well. Like we want people that's coming in with the good energy, who's seeing the vision, or who just, like you said,
I would
just
say
respect
definitely,
the craft. and
definitely visionaries. Like
Yes.
everyone that we align
Good tell.
with is like we're all visionaries. Like I know one of like my biggest influences like in the industry in general is like Michael Jackson. Like the way of how his shows
K-pop.
are like literally like I was like every time I see stuff I'm like it's perfect.
What?
The
They
music,
be
like
passing
the
out, like-
feeling, like
Those
that
stories
is
from the
something that
scene.
I feel like in this generation we don't have like any
Yeah,
people that
that's
really
It was in
exist.
a
lifetime.
wheel. That was a
You
once in a
can't
lifetime.
duplicate
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? You had people in wheelchairs like, oh.
I know.
that. Yeah.
I mean, it was like really interesting, man.
Elementary
You had one
school.
person jump up. Michael was going in the air. He had to
Certain people
hold
you just
them, and he
can't
was like,
duplicate. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You can imitate, but you can't.
Yes.
You can't. Man, I miss that guy.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely we're gonna pull up on some of your events. I hope you invite us to some of them. Please keep us, posted.
Yes.
Please keep us in the loop. We're gonna be in your community. We are part of the community now, and definitely, hopefully, we can be able to do something with you guys here.
We're gonna be going back and forth to Atlanta more also. So.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Atlanta's right there. We definitely want to speak about business and do something with you guys in the near future. Do an event here or something like that. So that'll be pretty dope.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Yes.
great.
Hey, let
Yes.
us know. We trying to get up here, like
Do more shows.
we'll let y'all know about the stuff that's going on down in the south. But like, if
Yeah.
y'all got anything up here, let us know. We'll come back,
Oh,
make that
okay.
drive
We're
again.
gonna do something. We definitely gonna do something, and we're gonna
And
stay
shout out
linked in.
to cause she gonna kill me if I don't shout her out. Shout out to Miss Montana for
Oh
setting up the play.
yes.
See how you gonna do that to Miss
Shout out to Miss
Montana?
Montana. You know what I mean? She set up the whole play. You
Shout
know
out
what
to
I mean?
Miss
She out here
Montana.
hustling,
Thank you.
grinding, doing what she doing like always.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
That's
I
a
had to-
very
I'm glad,
important.
You know what I mean? Because something that you said triggered it.
Right.
I heard the interview.
Right, pal. But that's what it's all about. Everyone plays a role in someone's career. They don't just do it by themselves. So we want to shout out everybody and give everyone their flowers while they're here, right? With everything that's going on. No disrespect to COVID, but yeah. So definitely shout out to everybody who has helped us out along the way, and you guys as well, especially your parents. You got some awesome parents, especially mom. Shout out to mom. I gotta holler at mom.
Yeah.
She may can be able to give me some business tips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might need a piece of truck out there.
Right.
I can't sing, but mom can help me with some things.
Truck out.
Yeah. All right then. So on that note, we stand 10 toes down. We finished.
Toes down.
10 toes down. All right.
Let's get it.
Let's
Appreciate
get it.
y'all. We out.
All right.
Oh, dope. All right.